Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm back with yet another video that is going to give you some information regarding fully funded scholarship in Germany. Fully funded scholarship, that is DAAD Scholarship in Germany, is open for applications for the year 2025 and 2026. If you already know a little bit about DAAD Scholarship in Germany, then you would know that in this scholarship there are only limited fields or limited programs are usually included. And each time the cycle is open, they publish a list of the programs or the courses which will be included for the scholarship application. So the list for 2025 and 2026 has already been published, and it has all the details in it with the requirements and the deadline and so on. In this video, I'm going to share all those details with you, and we will go through the list one by one just to give you an impression of how does this list look like, so you yourself can go through the list and make sure the intended field or the field that you would like to study in Germany is included or not. I would also like to mention that please make sure to go through the entire details of a course, because sometimes it happens that whenever there's a name of the course and which from the name you might feel that this is not related to what you have studied in your bachelor's, but when you go into the details of the courses or the details of the entire program, then you would realize, yes, this is something that I've already done in my bachelor's, and this is something I could pursue as a master in Germany. Sometimes the names does not define everything that the course is about, which is why the overview or the course overview is very important. I will also share with you the links from where you can look at this course overview in order to make sure if this is the right course for you or not. So this scholarship, you can get it either to do your master program after completing 16 years of education in your home country, or you can also come here to do your PhD. One of the eligibility criteria for this scholarship is to have a job experience. Usually the requirement is to have at least a 2 year of your experience, which needs to be relevant to your field. So if you have done any internships, you can also count those as job experience if those internships were in your field and if they were full-time. But we will get into more details about each and every eligibility criteria, also for the courses and also for the scholarship. I would also like to mention that the eligibility criteria for the course or the program that you would apply for, there's a separate eligibility criteria, of course, which would require for you to have a bachelor's degree, require for you to have some prerequisites courses done, maybe IELTS and so on. And there is a separate eligibility criteria for the scholarship as well. For example, if you're already in Germany, you cannot apply for the scholarship, but you can apply for the course. And for example, if you don't have the experience, you can still apply for the course, but not for the scholarship. So I would like you to differentiate between you have to apply for the course separately and you have to apply for the scholarship separately, that you have to do both of these things in order to make sure that you come here to study your master's on a fully funded scholarship. But we will get into the details in a bit, but this was just an overview of what are we going to cover in this video. One of the most important things usually the students ask me is what is actually included in this scholarship. So if you do get the scholarship, you as a master student, you get 934 euros per month. They also cover your health insurance, your liability insurance, and in some cases you also get an extra stipend to spend on the books or also for your travel allowance, to travel from the country and to go back to your home country. So you get the travel allowance as well. In some cases, if you are someone who is married, or if you're someone who has a child and you would like to bring those along with you to Germany, you also get a stipend or some allowance for the dependents on you. So, like I said, if you are a master's student, you get a monthly allowance of 934 euros. If you are a PhD candidate, you get about 1300 euros per month. So this is the allowance or the stipend you get, or the scholarship that you get each month. On top, there is going to be health insurance covered. Your rent is also covered, and depending on each case, some extra things will also be covered, like the dependents I mentioned.
So in this video, I will share with you the list first, and then we can go through step by step. What is the information that you need to know? What is the list of the required documents? How to check the eligibility criteria? How to look for the application deadline, and so on. I'll share my computer screen so I could show you how to look for the details, and then we will go one by one. So let's get to it.
So now coming to the details. So like I've already mentioned, that if you're a master's student, you get a monthly payment of about 934 euros. But if you are a PhD candidate, you get about 1300 euros. But we will go into all the details one by one, starting with the eligible countries. So the first things first, we will see if your country, if your home country is in the list of eligible countries. So this is the list of all the countries who are eligible to apply. This list is valid for 2024 and 2025. So you can look through this list. It has already details based on the continents. You can look into the countries, for example, in Asia, in South and Central Asia, all these countries, all of these countries in Africa, and so on. So here's the list of all the eligible countries. If you're someone from any of these countries, then you're eligible to apply for this scholarship. Now, what is the next thing? So this is the list. Now, as soon as you know that you're eligible, the next step for us to do to see if your intended course or the course that you want to study in Germany is already in the list or not. So I'm going to share now is the list of the scholarship or the programs which are added into the scholarship list for 2025 and 2026. So let's get into the list. So as you can see here, this is the list. Okay, so this is the list over here. So as you can see, so what do you see here? You see the list of all the programs. So it's a long list, don't worry about it. So it's a long list. So this is the list we have to go through in order to see if your course is in there or not. That's first. And the second important thing we have to see is whether it's a master's or whether it's a PhD. It's in English, and we would also see the name of the university, the name of the course, and most important, the application deadline for the intake 2025 and 2026. Now, if you are someone who did not know about this scholarship and you haven't done the research, so it's also possible that you might have missed the deadline for some of the courses. But don't worry, for a lot of courses, the deadline is still open. But you can also see that there are two options, one through the DAAD Scholarship and one through self-financing. I have also many videos regarding self-finances, so you can check out my playlist or my videos for those as well. But here I'm going to share regarding this DAAD scholarship. For example, you can actually, I'll scroll down so you can see the list of the courses. I hope you can read over here. So you can see that in this field, we have these courses. In this field, we have these courses. Engineering and related sciences, we have these courses. you can go through the entire list. Don't worry, I will also share the link to this file in my description of this video, which you can already check after the video. So, but this is the list of all the courses that we have. All right. So now that you have seen the list, which you can look into a little bit in detail afterwards, what we're going to do is we're going to look into maybe an example course, and then we will see how does it look like. For example, if I just go on top, there is an MSc Development Economics. Now, if you're someone who would like to study this course, we can already see that the deadline is around November 2024, which means you already have time to apply for this one. And if we go into the details of this course, here you would see all the details about this course itself. It also gives you the university ranking, which is quite great. It also tells you that the language is going to be English, and it has all the details in here. I think I opened some links already for you guys. So this is the required application documents. So now again, all of these required documents are regarding this course itself, not for the scholarship, but for the university. So you can go through this entire list. I'll just give you some example. For example, you need to have a resume ready. You need to have a motivation letter ready. And you need to have some of other documents, for example, IELTS. It also already mentions here at least 7 points in IELTS. It says, and some other details and so on. You can go through this entire list. I will also share the link to this all these documents as well. There are other details as well. For example, if you want to more look into this course, right? You need to understand all the eligibility requirements, all the courses and everything, right? So here is a document. It's also mentioned on the university website. Here's the list. It gives you all the details related to this course. For example, it says if you're applying through the scholarship, the DAAD Scholarship, if you look at this number C, it says you need to look into Section C and Section D. And then when we go to Section C and D, it will have more details about what is your eligibility criteria and what are the documents that you need. For example, here, it has a very, very detailed explanation of everything. For example, if you need the form for the master's program, you need to download this form. I will give you the link to this file, and then you can go through the entire thing. And it also tells you the application, the deadline here, and all the details about how you should apply. It has every single detail in this document. So I would highly encourage you to do so. And then you need, you will end up having all the information you have. So I'm going to share everything related to what I'm sharing in this video. But for example, if you're someone who is not applying for that course, but something else, if you click on each of these links, you will get all the details about it, right? But if you need to have one document that has more details in the same document about all of these courses, then there's another document already provided by the scholarship, is this document. So here it gives you the entire list, as you can see here, for 2025, 2026, and it has every single detail in it. I was very surprised, and I was quite impressed to see they have everything mentioned in here, like each and every course, about the university, about the course overview, everything. So I would highly encourage you to go through this document and you look for the information that you need. I would highly encourage you to spend some time and get all the things right. It gives you all the details. For example, look at the course language, entry requirements. It says academic degree in economics and so on. It says you have, when does the course begins? It begins in April 2025, the duration, everything. And if you have any specific question related to this course or any other course, it already have a contact information as well. You can always write them an email. You can always call them if you want, and they will always respond. So this is something I really like about the German universities, that they're very helpful and they're very responsive. So here you will find about not this one course, but all the courses from this list that I have shared, right? Everything is in there. You can look into it in the detail, and then you will get all the information that you need. One thing I would highly encourage you to do so is please look at the deadlines. The scholarship deadline is different from the self-financing deadline. So you can always go through both of these deadlines, and in order to see if you still have time to apply for it or not.
So this is it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you already have some idea about if your country is an eligible country or not, if your course program is already in the list or not, and also about the deadline. So this is it for now, but if you have any questions related to any of these courses, or if you would like to know about any city in Germany, if that city is something you want to move to or not, you can always leave a comment, or you can always reach out to me on my Instagram, and I will try to answer you as fast as I can. But you can always leave a comment and I'll get back to you. But thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video, which is going to be about another scholarship with much more details. So stay tuned, stay safe, keep applying for scholarship, and maybe see you in Germany.